What's going on, everybody? StirredIT. Today we're going to be talking about the CompTIA Security Plus exam and why you should get it right now. Hi, I'm Alex. This is StirredIT. I've created this channel to talk about advancing your IT career while having a drink. Before I get into the Security Plus exam and why you should get it, I'm going to talk about the drink of the day. This is the peanut butter and jelly old fashioned. It's made with Screwball Whiskey and it's very, very good. I'm going to put a description on how to make this below, so check it out. As far as the Security Plus exam goes, it's very important to advancing your IT career, whether you are just starting off or you're already in IT and you're looking to get a little bit more opportunities, whether it's gotten a little stale or your salary isn't where you want it to be. Security Plus is going to change that for you. As you know, here in the United States, we have a huge military and somebody has to work on all those systems. It's not just the military. So I actually came out of the military. I did work on the military systems for the Air Force. There's actually a lot of contractors that do it. Now you might be wondering, what is a contractor? These are companies that create a contract with the Department of Defense to work on their systems. The DoD is pretty strict on their requirements to work on their systems, and this is determined by a document called 8570.01-M. If you're an IAT level 1, you're basically a system administrator. You're going around, you're fixing printers, you're working on computers, you're installing software, things like that. If you're an IAT level 2, you're designing, you're configuring network switches and routers, you're working on servers, so the role is a little more advanced. If you're a level 3, you're at a management level and you're determining policy, you're overseeing the security of systems, you're implementing policies, things like that. Now, if we do a basic search on any sort of search engine for jobs, you're gonna see that if you search 8570, you're gonna find a lot. The reason for this is because that's your DoD contractors that are looking for people that can be qualified to work for the DoD. This might seem crazy, but there's a lot of jobs. So what's the game plan here? You go out, you get your Security Plus. Let's say it takes you 2 months to study. You can do it faster, you can do it slower. I actually did 2-week boot camp, and that's how I got my Security Plus. This was after 6 months of training that I did that wasn't related to Security Plus, but definitely helped me a little bit as far as subnetting and other categories on the exam. Once you get your Security Plus, you are now in a position where you can apply for any of these DoD jobs. They might say bachelor's degree, they might say other things that you don't have, but that doesn't mean you can't get that job. I would apply for it, I would build your resume so that it looks very good. Not only are you gonna put what you have, like Security Plus, but you're also gonna map out the certifications that you're working on, like CCNA, Linux Plus, things like that. And you're also gonna put your degree if you're working on that and when you're gonna complete that. It's gonna help you stand out. You also wanna put your skills on there. Anything from experience on servers, routers, switches, to host machines, Windows, different operating systems. You want to put that on your resume as well. Reach out, connect to that recruiter, tell them that you applied for a specific rec ID, tell them that you're very interested in the job, just build that connection. So they're going to call you in and they're going to interview you and they're going to ask you, have you worked on this system? Have you worked on this system before? And your basic answers, you're going to say, no, I haven't worked on it, but I do feel comfortable and learning it very quickly. If they ask you for scenarios on the job experience and you don't have any, you can talk about lab experience, things you've done at home. Just represent the knowledge that you have on that specific concept. That's very important. You want to show that you're passionate. You really want to show you're passionate for it. A lot of this stuff you can buy. Now, I have a couple servers back here. I've got a switch. I've got EVE-NG running on my VMs. I can do all this at home. I can learn all the technologies at home. You can do this really cheap. You can go buy a server for $100, throw ESXi on there and run VMs, and you can do all this. It doesn't take a lot of money to get into IT and to get experience. It takes dedication and passion. You are the one that's going to determine whether or not you get a job. There's going to be plenty of people that are willing to hire you if you get a certification like Security Plus. Some of the benchmarks will say 78,000, 74,000. You might not make that right off the bat. You might be closer to 60, 65,000 just because you don't have experience. If you do have experience, you can make a lot more. You can make over 100,000 if you have Security Plus paired with some other certifications like Cisco, CEH, or any Red Hat certifications, SANS certification. I mean, there's so many different certs out there that you can get. Security Plus, you don't have to have any experience. you can just go take it. And it's really cheap. It's under $300. It's a 90 question exam, 90 minutes, multiple choice. I mean, you study for a month or two, you can knock this out, I swear to you. Just put the time in. You probably need about 80 hours of study minimum. I recommend watching Professor Messer. He's got a full video course on there. His videos are about 5 minutes long each, covering each of the topics throughout the way. Go ahead and buy a book. I've linked a few in the description below. Any of those will be fine. Just use those, follow along with Professor Messer in the book, highlight, take notes. The internet has all the things you need. You technically don't need a book, and these books cost like $25, $30. You don't need to go out and spend $200 for the book set from CompTIA. You can if you want to. There's definitely other authors out there that have made content that are just as good. I'm really rooting for you. I know you can do it. This is going to change your IT career. As I mentioned, if you're not in the United States, I have other paths for you. I'm going to make some videos following this one that are going to talk about some other options for different career paths within IT, whether you'll be a network engineer or you want to be a cybersecurity engineer. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button. If you have a recommendation for a drink that you'd like me to showcase in one of these videos, please go ahead and put it in the comments below as well. Sometimes it's going to be coffee, sometimes it's going to be cocktails. Again, thank you for watching. Please subscribe. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.